Hi, my name is Kate. I am at a campground in Olympic National Park. I do a lot of solo hiking, camping, car camping, dispersed camping, and backpacking. When I tell people about my adventures, one of the most frequent comments I get is some form of, "Oh, aren't you afraid?" And while yes, sometimes I do get scared, I've overcome a lot of this fear by taking the proper precautions to keep myself safe. So today I thought I'd share with you all the things I do to keep myself safe as a woman who solo outdoor adventures. First, I'll start with car camping. I always make sure to pull into a campsite and park in a way that would make it easy to drive out if I needed to in the middle of the night. When I'm camping in my car, I always make sure my doors are locked and double check my doors are locked right before bed. Once it gets dark, I also put up window covers and make sure they cover my windows completely without any gaps so no one can peek in when it's dark. I got these window covers off Amazon, but they're not the best quality. You can definitely make some for cheaper, which I would highly recommend. I leave my driver's seat clear and make sure the path from the back seat to the driver's seat is also clear in case I need to make a quick getaway and drive off in the middle of the night. I also keep my keys at the front of the car in case I need to quickly turn my car on. In the back, I sleep with my bear spray within arm's reach because you never know. You can also keep a pocket knife or bear horn if you prefer that. I also keep a fully charged power bank or bring my power station to keep my phone charged for emergencies. Next, regular tent camping. When you're using a tent in a campground or in the backcountry, you can take a carabiner and clip it to the zipper inside your tent, then clip it to your backpack or something else so that no one can unzip your tent from the outside. I actually stopped doing this because I figured if someone wanted in my tent, they could easily just cut it open. But theoretically, the zipper trick would delay them and give you more time to react. I usually have my bear spray attached at my hip at all times because I'm usually in bear country, but it also gives me peace of mind in case any weirdos find me and try anything. My keys also have pepper spray attached, so if I'm not using bear spray, I still feel protected just carrying my keys around camp in my pocket. I love these hiking pants because they fit all my keys in my pocket and can hook on my bear spray through the belt loop. Next, you can keep an extra pair of men's work boots outside of your tent or just an extra pair of boots like I do, so it seems like there's a man with you or an extra person around with you. And you can also set up extra camp chairs if you want. This might be a bit overboard, but it really helped me to feel safer when I first started camping. I also keep an eye out for any trucks or cars that repeatedly drive by my campsite, especially if I'm in the middle of nowhere. Usually that'll be enough to spook me to another campsite. Alright, now that brings me to solo hiking and solo backpacking. Again, I will always bring my bear spray unless it's a pretty popular hiking trail where it's unlikely I'll run into a bear. Then I'll just have my regular pepper spray that I keep on my keys and in my pocket or in my backpack. You want to have the bear spray in a position where you can easily grab it. I also always bring a headlamp and a fully charged power bank to charge my phone overnight on backpacking trips or to charge my phone if I get lost or stuck on a day hike overnight. I also bit the bullet and invested in a satellite communicator early on for the peace of mind. I have a Garmin InReach Mini 2. This works alright, but thankfully I've never had to use it. But if you're looking into getting a satellite communicator, I actually wouldn't recommend getting this because Garmin requires you to pay a monthly subscription just to even use this. So I have spent so much money keeping this little guy going when I know that there are other options out there that don't require subscriptions or have cheaper subscriptions. But I bring this guy on every backpacking trip, camping trip, or hike if I know that there's even a chance there might not be cell service. Now, I wanted to stop and briefly mention that I'm so excited to be working with Wondery Outdoors again and wanted to highlight their spring collection. I was a loyal Wondery Outdoors customer long before we partnered, and I'm not just saying that. This brand's mission is to empower women in the outdoors, which I love, and they make the cutest functional hiking and climbing clothes. I literally have these pants in 4 colors now, and check out these cute new spring tanks that are buttery soft to hike in. One of my favorites for this spring are these zip-off pants so I can take them off when I'm too hot. And this water bottle thing has been a lifesaver for those days I don't want to carry a heavy backpack on my hike. I have never hiked in a dress until I tried the Flora outdoor dress, which comes with hidden pockets. And if you don't want to deal with a whole dress, they also have the cutest skirts with hidden pockets as well. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description for 20% off your order. No matter what your adventure is, I think one of the best things you can do is always tell at least 2 people where you're going, what time you'll check in by, and if you don't check in then, what number they can call for search and rescue. You can also write your route out on a piece of paper and stick it under your car seat in case you go missing if you want to do that. The last and most important tip that I think I can give, which personally has saved me from getting in trouble several times, is always trust your judgment or your gut. As a woman, if you are raised in the modern Western world like I was, you might have been raised to question your judgment or defer to others who seem more confident than you. And I've realized over the years how often I truly will feel something in my gut, notice it, and then actively think to myself, oh, I must be overreacting and everything's probably fine. But when I started solo hiking and backpacking, I really had to learn how to not question my judgment or intuition and really listen to that gut feeling. Your body will tell you if something's off. There are many times I encounter men on the trail and it's just me. 99% of the time I feel confident that these are nice, friendly people and I feel comfortable. And I feel that about most hikers I pass. But sometimes you see someone down the trail and you get that gut feeling. You feel like something bad's gonna happen, or separately, maybe you feel like you're being watched. Do not question that feeling. Just get yourself to safety, leave the area, turn around. Do not worry if you'll look dumb or potentially offend a normal, nice person. Just trust yourself, and that's how you'll avoid any dangerous situations. The very last thing I wanted to end on is, if you're a solo female hiker, camper, or backpacker, while it's so important for you to keep yourself safe, don't live your entire life out of fear. You can still have fun and adventure, all while keeping yourself safe. When I first started out, I was extremely anxious and in fight or flight mode for most of my camping nights. It took a lot of camping trips to start to feel at ease. I also used to mistake that fight or flight feeling with the bad gut feeling. But I learned over time how different it feels in the body, at least for me, so I just wanted to say that in case one of you is also experiencing that. Having a bad gut feeling can lead to a fight or flight response, yes, but in my opinion, it's different. And I don't know if this will apply for everyone, but I noticed, at least for me, the difference was my fight or flight anxiety would manifest as anxiety symptoms as well as racing thoughts. Like, what if a bear breaks through my car window? What if that truck that drove by my campsite multiple times comes back? Anytime I was asking myself what if in my head, I knew it was anxiety. But when I have a bad gut feeling, the fear is generalized. There's no racing questions in my mind, and there's no one source I can pinpoint it to. But the vast majority of people I've encountered while hiking or camping have been so kind, friendly, and pleasant, and it really helped put me at ease in the outdoors. Not that something bad couldn't ever happen in the future, but I wanted to say that because a lot of people fear being alone in the outdoors. But I actually feel a lot safer alone outside than I do in the city. So I hope that helped anyone who's wanting to solo hike, backpack, or camp, especially if you're a girl like me, and I'll see you out on the trails.